Good afternoon, Year 6. Welcome to the final lesson of the week, and we're going to spend a little bit of time doing art. And for today's art lesson, I would like you to design and create your own World War II propaganda poster. Now, what does propaganda mean? Well, the definition is the deliberate spreading of information to influence the thinking of a nation. So by that, it means to make people act or feel a certain way. And in World War II, governments around the world would create powerful slogans and posters to try and get people to act and behave the way they wanted. Let's have a look at a few examples now. So, loose lips might sink ships. What do you think the message is there? I think what they mean is that they were in fear that there were lots of spies during the war in other countries. And if people were saying what the government were doing, or perhaps knew what the army were going to do next, then you never know who might hear it. If the enemy were to hear it, then they might be able to avoid what the other government were up to. Better potluck with Churchill today than humble pie under Hitler tomorrow. Don't waste food. The message is pretty obvious there. This is a British propaganda poster saying that we're better with Churchill. Winston Churchill, of course, was our Prime Minister during the war, than humble pie under Hitler tomorrow. Now, during the war, food was rationed, as you know, so wasting it was seen as a really, really bad thing to do. Your metal keeps them shooting. What do you think the message is there? I believe, linked to that previous poster where they didn't want to waste food, perhaps they're talking about not wasting metal and recycling or donating recyclable metal so that they can use it in their factories to make tanks and guns and ammunition and weapons, etc. Millions of troops are on the move. Is your trip necessary? Kind of links a little bit to some of the propaganda in a way that we might have heard recently about the COVID experience. Now, propaganda generally can be linked or seen in quite a negative viewpoint, but actually some propaganda is used for positive, i.e. don't waste food. That's not about harming anybody else. It's just making sure that you do the right thing. Why do you think propaganda was used in Britain? Well, for a number of reasons. We go back to this poster. We didn't want them to waste food. This poster, we didn't want the enemy to hear what we might get up to next in the war. Have you got any other ideas as to why propaganda was used in Britain? And what type of propaganda posters do you think Germany would have printed at that time? Perhaps you've seen some. Okay, so here are some slogans you could use for your propaganda poster. Stand firm. Together. It's a full-time job to win. It does matter. The country pays for it. And this is a really famous slogan, actually. If you Google it, dig for victory. Again, linked to the food cause. So you can use those slogans to create your own poster, or maybe come up with one of your own linked to the last couple of topic lessons that you've done this week. Make sure it's really bright and catchy. Make sure you send a picture to your teacher. And have fun and an enjoyable Friday afternoon, and then have a great weekend. I'll see you soon.